Hello everyone. Today we will take a look at a new GitHub repository aimed at showcasing a number of common F5 distributed cloud use cases with a focus on security. The reason for putting together this repository is the need to show how F5 distributed cloud can be deployed and configured in both manual and automated ways, allowing customers to see both processes and use it as a learning tool. The expectation is not to cover every possible scenario or to be applied directly into a production environment, but to serve as a base to learn and then to modify the code as needed to customize the scenario for specific environments. As mentioned before, each use case will have two user guides, one detailing the deployment steps for a manual deployment procedure through the Distributed Cloud Console, and the other showcasing the configuration needed to deploy the same setup in an automated way, using Terraform modules. What is important to note with this automation harness is that it doesn't rely on local resources to run, utilizing instead GitHub Actions for running configuration pipelines and Terraform Cloud for storing state. This way, deployments can be run from any system without the need to locally install tools like Terraform, so it's a perfect solution when maximum portability is required. This repository is organized by F5 Distributed Cloud Security areas, having sections for WAF, API security, bot protection, and secure multi-cloud networking. There is one extra section dedicated to teachable content, which are specially developed resources in the format of online courses, providing an even easier learning experience for automating F5 Distributed Cloud. Within each section, for example Distributed Cloud WAF, you can see a table mapping DevCentral articles that give background information on the use case to the GitHub repository landing page, where you can find the links to the manual and automated user guides. For example, let's take the case of the Deploy WAF on Any Edge with F5 Distributed Cloud DevCentral article. This article is showing the main ways one could deploy Distributed Cloud WAF, starting with the regional edge deployment model, the customer edge, and finally the Kubernetes deployment scenario. Under each section you can find configuration examples, linking back to the manual and automated deployment guides hosted in the GitHub repository. Let's take the regional edge deployment example. You can follow the link back to the GitHub repository, and the landing page will have the two user guides along with an architecture diagram. Going into the manual deployment guide, you can see a list of Distributed Cloud Console configuration steps. Going into the automated deployment guide, you can consult the setup required to run the same deployment with the help of GitHub Actions, Terraform Cloud, and F5's Distributed Cloud Terraform modules. In summary, you can use this GitHub repository to learn about F5's Distributed Cloud security capabilities, to see manual configuration examples, or learn how to use F5's Terraform provider to automate deployments. With that being said, we've reached the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention.